Bello Matawale of Zamfara State has said that the People's Democratic Party (PDP) is becoming hostile for its members, lamenting over its recent experience with its governor colleagues from the South-South region of the country. Mr. Matawale, who made the lamentation in a statement on Friday by his media aide, Zelani Bakpa, commended Governor David Umahi of Ebonyi State for his bold decision to leave the party. According to the governor, the extent of bad blood in the PDP is partly responsible for Mr. Umahi's defection to the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC), saying everyone feels welcome only in a house where he feels comfortable. He said, if this trend of generating bad blood amongst us continues unabated, our great party will increasingly be on the receiving end as we move towards the election year 2023. Speaking further, Mr. Matawale said, I am having a very bad experience of recent from some of my PDP governor colleagues, which I still find very puzzling. For instance, the South-South governors who had been accusing me in the media are PDP governors. They are also the same people who brewed controversy over the so-called ZAMFARA gold, which was premised on deliberate misinformation and outright lies. Surprisingly, it is the APC federal government which has all the correct records on the gold mining issue that came out to defend me in this saga. As PDP colleagues, I expected the governors to contact me first and find out my own side of the story before unleashing their venom in the media, Mr. Matawale posited. As the brouhaha lasted, I commended President Muhammadu Buhari for being supportive of our efforts to organize the economic sector in the state to avoid using the mineral deposits to promote insecurity in our dear state. Today, the federal government is issuing licenses to deserving companies to operate in the mining sector in the state. The biggest company with an investment of billions of naira is owned by a Nigerian from Anambra State. And I wonder where the idea of Zamfara State owning the gold mines emanated from. As at now, the state government does not have a hand in any of the mining activity in the state because the constitution does not empower us to do so, Mr. Matawale said. The governor therefore called on the South-South governors to eschew intellectual idleness and support its people to operate modular refineries as provided by the law and lift their people out of fear rather than sit behind and start chasing shadows rather than substance. Okay, that is the problem with all of you. Simple communication. I don't know, at times I do tell some people that we have some people, they will call themselves, they call them dignitaries. You will set themselves permanent secretary of this, governor of this, excellency, honorable, this and that. At the end of the day, they are honorable to nonsense. Because if you cannot handle things, they know the level of illiteracy in this country. Even some people who are even educated, they don't have understanding of some things because the government is always hiding things. Because of most of the things they do that is not in line with the reality, with in tune with the things that are going on in the whole world. They are always hiding. They don't want to talk because they believe that people should continue to be under them. All of these things that you are trying to explain, because like I said, this is an issue of gold mining or whatever. I know the federal government is going to come because before they did it, they will already know what people are going to be saying. So they already have an already made answer for the people. And you know that this thing is going to generate a lot of things. Why is it that the government cannot come? Speak the language that the people understand. Speak. We have different dialects. Every time people always talk about there's this agency that always talk about, bring about things so that people will understand. You say it in different. If I remember, I'm going to say it. I'm going to talk about it. They have that ministry that you have to be giving information. Go on social media. Of course, social media is even the easiest place to even get information to the people. Go on the social media and go on the media stations. make sure that you tell people, relate these things, speak it in different languages, especially the broken that we hear. All this English that they always mumble up together, people don't understand. All this terminology, people do not understand, and that is why you see that people are missing it out. That is why you see that politicians are twisting things. Of course, maybe this guy is just trying to defend what is not, but if that is exactly what he's trying to say, oh, they don't have right to do this, they don't have this and that the governors are just trying to be mischievous. We are still going to talk about this idea of going to, whether APC or PDP. It's neither here nor there, because all of you are the same thing. It is your interest that matters to you. Go and explain, let people understand. Little things they will not be able to tell people. There's a way they can even send messages. People who are not even online, they can send message and let people understand what is going on in this country. You can imagine if the president himself does not even speak to anybody. How will people now understand? Somebody that is not always, is not on top of the game. The president is not on top of the game. You cannot be feeling too big that you cannot talk to your people. I don't just understand. Believe you me, the way he's doing as if the whole world wants to crash now will be when he even managed to do just a pre-recorded live broadcast, which they call live broadcast. He will be talking as if the man is sick. I don't understand. But Adibi, there's an election now. They will package him very well. He will be moving all over the country. They will package him. But now he has gotten what he wanted. He does not care whether you are breathing or whether you are eating or whether you are somersaulting. It's none of his business. These are the things we are talking about. Information is very, very key. They always talk about, they are shouting here and there, talking about social media, fake news here and there. If you are doing the right thing, there's nothing anybody will say that will want to spoil the minds of the people, because you know that you're on top of the game. You are giving your additional information to people. Speak the English the people can understand. Go to different dialects. We have states, they can go and speak the language people understand. You need to pieces it. This idea of feeling too big, you don't communicate with the people. That is why we are hearing a lot of things here and there. What they are supposed to do, they will not do it because they are doing bad things. So most of the time, even when they are even doing the right thing, they will not be able to communicate because they feel that they are too big to communicate with the people they are governing. And come back again to what this guy is saying. If all of them may they go back to APC. One thing I just want, I hope, not even once, because one thing I hope, if the Nigerian people, if they can stand on their feet and chase these people away, I don't even know how it's going to happen. Let people be educated. Let people be knowledgeable. To know all this BB grammar they will be speaking about politics, about this and that. Let them pieces it to the level of a market woman in the country. So those who are the artisans, speak the language they will understand. I don't understand. I just see all these people. They call themselves big men, big whatever, dignitaries. But at the end of the day, what you guys are doing is nothing. See I don't even know where they get the statistics, because like Mama will be telling you, or this Gabashe will be telling you that the country is okay, everything is fine. According to GDP, according to this and this and this and that. But in reality, we are not hearing, we are not seeing anything. We are not seeing anything. If this one, you praise the president over heaven, you should be doing what you are doing. But one day, monkey will go market, or go come back. Someone is saying that PDP is 100% better than APC. Mr. Governor, you are very correct. I'm from Delta State, but I agree with you. The governors from the South regions can make our refineries to work again, and with the rich allocation from the federal governments and the state revenue generation, yes, they can, but they will not. Instead, they are waiting for presidency. So hear yourself, make refineries work for who? A house divided against itself is bound to collapse. PDP is an opportunistic political party with Nyesom Wike as its emperor. PDP is a party of destruction and criminality. I think Governor Masawale of Zamfara State is beginning to perceive the bad odor emanating from his wounded political party, the PDP. He should go. He never won the election because they oppose your selling gold idea. Sorry, my friend. Well, if you like defer to GMPP, you cannot be allowed to mine gold in Zamfara, while the oil in South is mined by federal government. Your threat makes no meaning because PDP does not belong to South, and your defection today will throw up many worthy party men in Zamfara. Well, okay, you are welcome to the family of APC. That is not an excuse. Some people have brain fish, okay? Those enjoying the secret gold mining in Zamfara are southerners, really? Why are they jumping from one party to the other looking for safe havens? You too want Wakabi? If that is the reason, then you are hopeless. The South oil has been feeding you for so long. God bless you, Mr. Governor. South governors are lazy and lack courage. God punish you people, okay? APC and PDP are useless, visionless politicians. Why can't South governors come together to build a modular refinery? They are busy strangling local government funds. I don't know why all the northerners have cow brain, even if born in US and schooled in Harvard University. Aboki na Aboki. Terrorists, we know you will join your fellow terrorist kinsmen in APC. Must you talk bad of your party before leaving nonsense political ambition? All of this is a you can abuse them for all you care. At the end of the day, do they have your interest at heart? It's the same thing, business as usual. If you are in PDP or you are always defending PDP, that is the party you like. What have they done? Are they not the same thing? They will go back to PDP, they will come back to APC. The same thing. Atiku has been going back and forth, back and forth. So what is the ideology in the first place? See the APC again, see what they have caused. They've even scattered, they've grounded the country. As we speak, they've grounded the country. That is where all of them are now running to. And they will still accept them. If they still come back, even PDP, all the ones in APC, by the time they come back to PDP again, they will still accept it. They will begin to sing their praises. So what are we talking about? But you are left to continue to suffer. I don't know when we are going to get it right. I don't just know. This idea of people lying up behind all these parties and these politicians, I don't know when they are going to stop. For you to know that these people do not have your interest at heart. For how long are we going to continue like this? Whether the man likes you, we should go to PDP, like somebody said, if you go to AGPP, now then succor. But at the end of the day, we should be selfish to ourselves. In as much they are selfish, we should also be selfish. So guys, let's hear your opinion. Let's know what you think concerning this whole thing.